Hello everyone, my name is John Blisco, and it's my distinct pleasure to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for the third induction ceremony for the Wesleyan Athletics Hall of Fame. It is exciting to see so many families, friends, alumni, and Wesleyan community members join us this evening to honor this outstanding class of former athletes and coaches. After you hear about the many accomplishments of tonight's recipients and the outstanding 1994 baseball team, I'm sure you will agree with me that this group represents Wesleyan's rich athletic history extremely well. Now, I have the pleasure to introduce Wesleyan's 16th President, Michael Roth, for some opening comments.
One of the great things about athletics at Wesleyan is that it inspires the whole campus. And you'll see this tomorrow. At the football game and at the soccer game, you'll see that Wesleyan students, be they athletes, be they musicians, be they scientists, or all of those things, will come out to cheer on their friends, to cheer on their colleagues, and to raise the hand or the fist to shout "Go Wes" at the appropriate times. This is a campus enlivened by the pursuit of excellence of our athletes. It is inspired by the hard work and focus that they display, that our coaches show every day, and it is an honor for me to be part of that enterprise. Welcome to tonight's festivities, and congratulations to our honorees.
Our first inductee, Emilio Daddario, Wesleyan class of 1939. Starting on the Wesleyan winning football team for 3 years as captain his senior year, he either broke or established most of the team's modern-day records with his broken field running and drop-kicking ability. In reporting about a football game against Coast Guard Academy, the Argus described Min's performance as dazzling as he circled wide around right in, and using his shake-hip style of running, he then reversed field and proceeded to cut back to score a 41-yard touchdown. He also excelled on defense, leading the team in interceptions. Twice, Min was named winner of the prestigious C. Everett Bacon Award, presented to the most outstanding football player. In baseball, he played shortstop and batted .525 his senior year. Emilio Daddario, Wesleyan is very proud of your accomplishments and proud to name you as a member of the Athletics Hall of Fame.
On behalf of Emilio Daddario, what took you so long? I say that as his second son. My father recruited Emilio Daddario into the OSS. My father was from Middletown, Connecticut. He did not have a high school education, but he recognized in Emilio Daddario an exceptional talent that went beyond the sports world. His sports accomplishments are simply amazing. When was the last time you saw anybody hit 500? And that was just baseball, and that was just his second sport. As a football player, unbelievable.
I ask you to share a mental image with me. The time is the winter of 1963, and the varsity basketball team is playing in the old alumni fieldhouse. The cage is packed with raucous undergraduate males watching the team dismantle Middlebury College, led by a towering senior captain, Wink Davenport. Wink not only led the team in a dominant 20-point-plus win, but he scored a Wesleyan record 44 points as well. Wink, I'm really sorry I missed that performance, because that record still stands today.
I just wanted to thank Michael Roth and John Blisco for this honor, the council especially to nominate me. My time at Wesleyan was one of enjoyment, fulfillment. I learned a lot from the coaching staff. Don Russell, who was a JV basketball coach or freshman coach, and then pushed me on from there. Taught me a lot about what I needed to do to get ahead of the game. And when I saw that I was a typical white man after college and playing basketball, I was too slow to be a guard and too short to be a big man, I went back to my real passion, which was volleyball.
Our next inductee is Kofi Appenteng, Wesleyan class of 1981. Kofi started all 4 years with the soccer team, which included 51 games. He was a 4-year letter winner and captained his senior year. While he played, the Terry Jackson coach teams accumulated a 30, 18, and 3 record. This record included a 12-2 season his senior year. During Kofi's career, team made 2 ECAC Division II tournament appearances, including 1 tournament title. During this fantastic run, the team defeated Harvard and National Powers University of Connecticut and Southern Connecticut, and won the Little 3 title his senior year. For his play that year, Kofi was named to the All-New England and All-American teams. As a member of the track and field team, primarily as a 400 and 800-yard runner, Kofi was a 4-year letter winner and co-captain during his senior season. Over his 4 years, he collected a total of 18 first-place finishes, including a first-place finish during his senior season at the New England Division III Championships in the mile relay.
Thank you, John. This is an unexpected honor, and it's very meaningful to have my wife, Stephanie, here, and my daughter, who flew in just for this, here. And at my table is my first coach, who has told everybody that I owe everything to him. Also sitting at my table, I think I played about 16 seasons of soccer, and the best team I ever had was Tim Storms. We played together for 4 years at Wesleyan. It's great to see you here, Tim.
A 4-year letter winner in track, she was a versatile runner able to run any event from the 800 to the 2 mile. As co-captain during her senior season, Sally helped lead her team to an outstanding record and convincing wins over Little 3 rivals Amherst and Williams. And during her career at Wesleyan, teams had an overall record of 25 wins and only 6 losses. During her senior year campaign on April 11th in 1981, she ran a Wesleyan record-setting mile time of 5:07.3 at the University of Massachusetts Relays at Amherst. As a 4-year member of the cross-country team and co-captain her senior year, she helped that team have a dominating season and a 5-1 record versus Little 3 opponents. She had she had 10 top 5 finishes throughout her career cross country.
I've got to say, when I started toying with notes for tonight, I started attempting to remember what my high points had been, and I thought, well, I could go down to the basement, pull out my running logs, and double check the dates and the times and the places. Thank you, John, for doing that for me, because I never did get around to it. I realized that that's not what I remember of my Loomis career. What I really remember was running a 4x800 meter relay with Kathy and Jill and Carolyn Petty up at the Dartmouth relays, and finding myself coming around the final turn, and somebody with a javelin and a tape measure was walking across my path, and I needed to avoid the point of the javelin while leaping over that tape measure and get across the finish line to hold my team in place. I remember that. I don't know the time, I don't know the place. I remember being up at Franklin Park and racing through muck and slush and slip sliding down through the mud into a huge puddle at the finish line. And Jill and Kathy and Carolyn and Tina and Danny and Ann, they were all there too. I don't remember how we finished. We were wet, we were muddy, and we had a great old time.
In the spring of 1994, Coach Peter Kostakopoulos was in his 21st year at the helm of Wesleyan baseball. Costi knew Wesleyan baseball, but I wonder if even he knew what he had as that season began. Perhaps he did after the Florida trip, on which the Cardinals' 9-3 record included wins over Division I opponents Boston University, 8-2, Army 9-4, and Columbia 6-0. The spring before, the NESCAC presidents had dropped the restriction on postseason NCAA tournament play. With an outstanding regular season, including a 4th straight Little 3 championship, Wesleyan was awarded the top seed in the regional NCAA play.
Let me tell you a story. March 6, 1994, we played our first game in Florida against Boston University. There was a close play at third base that did not go in our favor. Coach Costi came out to the field, just stared at the umpire for a second. "Can you throw me out of the game for what I'm thinking right now?" he asked the umpire. "No, I can't throw you out for what you're thinking." "Good," he said, "because I think that was a terrible call. I think you're the worst umpire I've ever seen, and I think this is ridiculous." That leads me to, Coach Costi had a winning tradition of baseball when we got here. Players before us, Todd Mogren, Mark Consortes, the Sam Players, the Jimmy Lukowskis, probably names a lot of you have heard of. There was a winning tradition when we got here. And that 1994 team was a team that was truly greater than, the whole was greater than the sum of the parts, except for Craig. He was really good. All-American. We won 4 Little Threes, the only class to go to 4 straight postseasons.
So it's fight for old Wesleyan, never give in. Fight till the end when might and right shall win.